Hey guys, I'm back here again. This is the last video for the I can't pronounce it. Sorry about that. Toro 521 machine here, the snowblower, the dual stage machine. Got it finally ready to go back to the customer. We just got done testing it over here in our yard because our driveway's totally, all the snow's taken off, so I can't really test in the driveway right now anyway. So the machine's ready to go back to the customer. Got it all fired up with the original carb on here as well too. And here's the old test carb we took off here this morning over here. I just want to show you what this one looks like here specifically. This is the test carb we were using on the machine right here for that. This one has the it does not have the nipple tit thing on here for the adapter for your primer bulb on here for that. Other than that, it's still an adjustable carb, and it's one of our test carbs. It's always a good idea to have at least one test carb for various machines out. This is like a general purpose one for Tecumseh 5 horsepower engines, because a lot of them have the same configuration out there, whether you have a adjustable one or a non-adjustable one on here for that. And this one is the adjustable one with the tickler on here as well too for that. So this is the original OEM Tecumseh carb that can basically be used on virtually any snowblower out there for that. I honestly can't remember what this thing's off of. I think it might have been off of some kind of other machine. I'm trying to think, like a generator or some other type of machine, but it was definitely not off a snowblower, because all the snowblowers I've seen in the past probably 5 years over here that had a Tecumseh engine on, they all had the primer line hookup on the left hand side of the carb if you look at it straight on like it is right here for that. So this is definitely off some other type of engine, and even though it's not off a snowblower, it will definitely work on a snowblower. And that's what it looks like for that. So we got it all back together to go over here. It's ready to go. I'll go ahead and fire it up here with the original carb on the machine here. Oil was changed twice in there. Oil looks good now. Let's take the dipstick out here and show you that. See what it looks like. Oil looks good. Nice and like a golden, it's almost like a real light golden honey color in there for that. You have to change the oil out at least a couple times in these machines if the machine was like, sat in some guy's garage for, 5, 6, 7 years out there, because you might get a lot of condensation down into the crankcase down there as well too. So it's always a good idea to flush the whole system out twice in there to do the customer a favor right there, even though it's going to cost maybe another $5 right there for that. So we'll go ahead and fire this sucker up right here and turn it on here. The thing I like about these ones is you got your on and off switch up here, so if something happens, like if you lose your balance or something like that, you can just switch it off real quick up here and do that, versus having it down here on the actual side of the engine right here for that. So we'll go ahead and fire a sucker up here. Let me put it on medium here. It should start up relatively easy, because it should be still hot out here right now. But I ran it for probably about, I ran about 10-15 minutes ago outside, and it's still about 30 degrees outside right now. So let's see how it starts here. There we go. Nice smooth idle. Put on low. There you go. That's how it should idle whenever the carb is totally cleaned out, rebuilt, overhauled, and it's basically spotless. No problem with the idling. We'll go ahead and gun it up here. There we go. At full speed, running great on full speed. And we'll go ahead and turn the augers on. Augers are working fine up front. And we'll go ahead and put it in drive. We'll go ahead and turn the drive on here. And it's driving good. So it's ready to go. Go ahead and hit the primer button. That's good to go. Primer's working fine. Bring it back down. So overall, it's ready to go. It's running fine, nice and smooth. The customer will be satisfied, so that won't give us any kind of problem from that. He did have a little water in the tank on here, so we'll go ahead and shut it off right now. Yeah, for whatever reason, it got a little water in his tank over here. I'd say probably about 20% of the water was in the tank, and the line, it basically went down to the carb, and I don't know why he had water in it, but he probably had water in his gas tank, because I think he left his gas tank outside alongside his house, so he probably got water in it somehow. So that's probably what happened to this machine, and it screwed up the bowl on her. The bowl was totally destroyed on her for that, and there was all kind of water damage down inside the carb. So that's why we had to clean it out multiple times to get it done correctly. So the Toro, I keep on calling it Troy built. So the Toro is ready to go back to the customer. That's a Toro 521. And this is the dual stage machine, ready to go back to the customer, all put back together with the OEM parts. And it's function tested perfectly fine. And everything else, checked out fine. The wheels are okay, the belts are okay, the drive system's okay, everything's okay, all the cables, electronics, oil's done on there. So it's should be ready to go, and the customer should be a satisfied customer when they get the machine back. And we always tell people over here, if you're not going to be using the machine for any length of time, at least over a month's time, you take it outside and run it out of gasoline, because you do not want to leave these machines, sitting in your garage or shed for 1, 2, 3, 5 years out there, and have the same problem happen all over again. Because if that happens, and we bring it back to your house, you pick it up and you put it away in your shed for 5 years, and you pull it out and the thing don't start, and you call us up and want to know why the machine won't start, that's your fault, because you didn't follow our advice out there for that. And you always have to be mindful of your decision to not winterize it properly after it's given back to you and the job's actually done by us. So anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, feel free to drop me a message here. And this is the quick ending video for the Toro 521 dual stage machine here from Toro. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.